This product is absolutely changing the game for me.
If you're e-commerce businesses that are pivoting into TikTok, today's video will be your treasure map to use TikTok Shop in 5 steps. I can get you take the key step in e-commerce.
Way more impulse buyers, which is a big win. It's a very simple process that works wonders. Let's talk about getting your TikTok Shop set up. So a TikTok Shop officially opened in September 2023, and in this course, we're going to show you how you can start cashing in on some of that success. So first up, what actually is TikTok Shop? Well, when you're swiping through TikTok and see some videos talking about products, TikTok Shop allows the creator to embed a link on their content, so that the viewer just has to click that link and then they can easily proceed to purchase without leaving TikTok. It's a very simple process that works wonders because it keeps the user on the platform from initial interest to the final sale. And in the e-commerce space, where affiliate marketing, ads with links to external stores, and funnels reign supreme, TikTok has managed to find a way to shave a lot of friction off the sales process. All this means is that you can post a piece of content to promote a product, embed a link so that people can purchase that product on your content, and have the customer go through the sale without having to leave TikTok. So you're getting way more impulse buyers, way less drop off on your conversion as people leave the app, and streamlining your own sales and advertising in the process, which is a big win. So, as we mentioned, TikTok Shop is a pretty awesome opportunity for revenue generation, and it's clearly working. The reason it works so well is because users can see a video, tap the link to see more, and pay for the video all at once without ever leaving the app, which is honestly such a great way to reduce friction and drop off. That said, let's actually see how this works. TikTok Shop divides all of its users into 4 categories. So anyone who uses the TikTok Shop will fall into one of the following 4 categories. The first kind is sellers. These are people who list products on the shop in order to be sold directly on the platform. These are usually existing brands or e-commerce businesses that are pivoting into TikTok in order to tap into new revenue streams. Then we have creators who may already have an audience and will use TikTok Shop to promote products in order to tap into new revenue streams and monetize their audience with affiliate partnerships or commissions. To be a creator, you need to meet TikTok's minimum requirements like minimum follower counts and views, but these numbers change very regularly, so we'd recommend you check these out for yourself. Thirdly, we have partners who kind of function like e-commerce agencies for both sellers and creators. So a partner will be looking for either a seller or a creator that they can team up with in order to help that partner sell more products and scale faster. The way they do this differs depending on who they partner up with, but they typically offer a range of services like operational mentoring, shop management, and content creation. And finally, we have the most important, shoppers. These are the people that are looking for things to buy on the TikTok Shop. This is your audience. Now, just like there are 4 user types, sellers, creators, partners, and shoppers, there are also 4 different ways that these shoppers can buy things on the platform. In order to sell effectively, you need to understand all 4 of these ways, as they can all be a solid way of generating revenue for your business. The first way is via live stream, meaning that potential customers can watch a live stream with the product link being clearly shown during the stream, meaning shoppers can browse and purchase while still watching. The other way is shoppable videos. This is your bread and butter. This is where you post a piece of video content to TikTok with a link to the product. This means the viewer can look at the product while still viewing the video. Thirdly, TikTok Shop also offers a store page, which means you get a little bag icon on your seller page where people can browse your product listings, which you'll curate yourself, which can either be your best sellers or new and experimental items. And lastly, the shop tab is where users can search for products directly, looking for specific brands or products that they're going for, whilst also getting recommendations based on their previous activity. Through a mix of these 4 different ways, you should be able to generate a steady stream of revenue simply by setting up a TikTok Shop and posting content to get eyes on your videos, your profile, and your shop. And with that, we've got a good grasp of how the TikTok Shop works. So let's talk about getting your TikTok Shop set up. There are 2 ways to get the shop set up. You can either do it with or do it without an existing online store like Shopify. First up, you want to head over to sellerus.tiktok.com. If you're from the United Kingdom, it will be selleruk.tiktok.com, and so on and so on. So first up, punch in your email, go through their verification steps, and you'll get a code to that email which you will use to log in, and then set up a quick password, and bam, you're in. So now we need to answer a couple of questions to get the shop set up. First up is your business type. If it's just you selling under your own name, choose individual. Sole proprietorship is if you own your own unincorporated business. That's me. Corporation is if you're an LLC, and a partnership is if there's more than one person running your business. If you're not sure, they have some handy guides on the right-hand side over here. Now, this next page will basically look the same no matter what you pick, but you just need to enter your legal information here so that TikTok can verify you are indeed a real person. It's important to note though, there is a limit with regarding how many TikTok shop accounts you can make with each social security number or EIN. Be aware that policies can and often do change. We're just going to go through the rest of these questions and click next. Then do the exact same on the next page, just answering those questions and clicking next. And then finally, we're going to be directed to shop information, where we put in our brand name and our primary product that we're planning to sell. If you can't find exactly what you're selling on the list of products, just go for something similar or related. Finally, we add our phone number and review all of that information before proceeding. If you get something wrong, then you may find that TikTok Shop won't allow you to verify your shop and you'll have to go back and do this again. So double check and make sure everything looks good. Once we're confident that our information is accurate, we're going to hit proceed and then we'll be directed to the TikTok dashboard. Now, when you get here, it will say that you need to wait 48 hours for that information to finish processing, but we typically find it's all cleared up in less than an hour, so no need to assume you've got to wait 2 days. Plus, if you look here, you can see that even though we've completed one step, there's still 4 left to complete. So we're going to use this time to get the other 4 steps completed, and then we'll be all wrapped up. So from the dashboard, we're going to select add your first product, and we'll have 4 options here, which are upload manually, sync with your online store, bulk upload, and add via the Seller Center app. So first up, in order to actually add a product, you need a few things. You'll need the name for your product, a description, an image, and the price. You can add products one by one or bulk upload using the spreadsheet that TikTok provides. Finally, I'll go to the Seller Center to customize the way the shop looks to make sure that it's all totally on brand. So for TikTok Shop, you want to use descriptive titles and keywords. So I'm going to call my product wireless car vacuum cleaner. It's also worth noting that TikTok only allows 34 characters for your title, so anything longer will get cut out. Then you want to get into your description and start using some detail. Make sure you're hitting those keywords that your audience are looking for and keeping things persuasive the whole way through. Now, as much as you want to throw every keyword and descriptor in there, you also want to make sure that your description is written really nicely and there's no unnecessary text. So cut out all of the fluff, anything that isn't necessary, cut. That doesn't just help your listing, but your conversion rate too, because no one wants to read a whole essay on the product before purchasing. Keep it focused and to the point. Next up, use high quality video and photos, something that looks much more sleek and professional. And then lastly, encourage every single user to leave a review for the product. This makes an enormous difference for you. All of these little details, the reviews, the description, the title, the photos, the keywords, they all add up. And they're the difference between a great product listing and a below average listing. So don't sleep on the details here. Take the time and effort to invest in your page so that you can see the big returns. Right, our product is up, we're nearly ready, but first we've got to get shipping set up, so let's go get it. Head up to the top right and click this icon. Then scroll across to account settings. Then on shipping information, you'll see this blue link that says manage warehouse information, and we'll be prompted to enter that information to set up our warehouse. If you're an individual who's stocking products in their own home, just enter your home information here and you're ready to go. After setting warehouse address, you have to set shipping templates. Here, you can see the screenshot and you can see that the template menu is under Order tab. Fill out your basic information that comes up and then select and deselect all of the zones you want to ship to. I would recommend that if you're shipping to and from the US mainland, you might want to uncheck places like Hawaii and Alaska since they're quite remote and so difficult to ship to, which could leave you unexpectedly out of pocket. Now, if you're manually fulfilling orders and shipping stock yourself, you can stop here. Just make sure that the default setting is TikTok shipping and you're now ready to rock and roll. However, if you're drop shipping the product, then you need to head over to TikTok shipping and select your shipping option. Then I would recommend you select the quantity-based option and select the economy option as your default, and then determine your flat rate shipping fee. And that's it. Our products and our shipping are all set up.
The potential for dropshipping on TikTok Shop is enormous, but it comes with its fair share of challenges. One major hurdle is managing the fulfillment process. But we all know that dropshipping doesn't have the best reputation in this regard. Your customers in North America might have to wait weeks, or even months, for their orders to arrive. Oh no! And when they finally do, the products could be damaged, broken, or not match the description at all. This is why finding reliable suppliers is absolutely crucial. So, what's the best and fastest way to start dropshipping on TikTok Shop? The answer is to let the professionals handle it. And that's where Doba comes in. With Doba, you can directly connect your TikTok Shop to the platform. This means all your orders are managed in one place, your customers receive their tracking information promptly, and everything is synced seamlessly. No more manually entering data or dealing with a logistics nightmare. Doba connects you with dozens of reliable suppliers selling a wide variety of TikTok-approved products. These suppliers undergo a rigorous examination process to ensure they are trustworthy and reliable. Most of the suppliers are based in the United States, which means faster delivery times for your customers. One of the best parts? There are no fees on your orders when using Doba's seamless integration with TikTok. The only costs you'll need to consider are membership fees and any applicable shipping costs. Doba's team negotiates the best prices with suppliers on your behalf. This ensures you get the most reasonable prices and the best experience. With Doba, you can focus on the most important part of your TikTok shop, finding the right products to sell, creating amazing videos, and showcasing your items in fun and innovative ways. And with affiliate marketers on board, you can expand your reach even further. Once a customer places an order for any product approved through TikTok, you'll work closely with suppliers to ensure timely delivery to your customers every time. Now, let's talk about how to use Doba to boost your TikTok dropshipping. First, you need to sign up for a Doba account. To do this, you'll need to provide your email address, create a password, enter your first and last name, and provide your phone number. After your account is set up, the next step is to connect your TikTok shop. You can go to My Doba, navigate to Stores, and click Connect a New Store. Choose TikTok Shop from the list. Currently, only US-based stores are supported, but please don't worry, cross-border store support is coming soon. You will be redirected to TikTok's app page, where you should log into your TikTok Shop seller account to install and authorize the Doba app. It may then prompt you to sign into your Doba retailer account. After completing these steps, you'll be redirected back to Doba, where you can edit your store settings. Once you've made your desired adjustments, click Save Settings. And here's a bonus. After successfully connecting your TikTok shop to Doba, you'll receive a $10 coupon. So, how can you see which products are hot on TikTok? Start by going to Doba in the top left corner. From there, you'll be on the homepage, where you can navigate to TikTok shop selections. This section features all the trending products on TikTok. When you see a product that catches your eye, click on it. You can copy the product name and paste it into TikTok's search bar. This will allow you to verify the product's popularity on TikTok and observe which types of videos are trending with it. Back on Doba, once you've found a product you want to sell, you can click List to Store to instantly add the product to your store. If you have any questions, you can visit the Help Center to find answers in the FAQ section or contact Doba's professional customer service team. And here's an exciting offer. After completing your first order, you'll receive a $25 coupon to use on your next purchase. Doba also offers a 14-day free trial. Drop us a comment with Dropshipping Simplified below, and you will receive the link to start your free trial.
In this module, we're going to take some time to cover some useful information that will help you get off to the best start possible, as well as go over some of the common FAQs that new sellers have. So first, let's talk about two really important things to be aware of. Firstly, TikTok Shop is very new, which means there are still some kinks that need to be worked out. And to be fair, TikTok has been doing a very good job of ironing out these kinks. But like any new service, some things don't always work perfectly, which means it's important to keep an eye out for any technical bugs and keep an eye on blogs and forums, as well as TikTok Shop's own support in order to make sure you're completely on top of everything. Secondly, you need to be aware of TikTok Shop's shipping policy. TikTok Shop requires that every order must be shipped within 3 business days maximum of receiving payment. By default, TikTok Shop's order processing time is 24 hours. So make sure to change that if you don't think you're likely to meet it. You can do that by heading to fulfillment settings here, and then manually selecting the order processing time, which you can extend to a maximum of 3 business days, which is something we would definitely recommend to give yourself some breathing space. Whichever order processing time you select, you must be able to do this 96% of the time in order to make sure you're not violating TikTok's policy. And unlike other platforms, TikTok will not accept that the product has been shipped whenever you print the label. TikTok measures shipping from when the courier scans the package, which means smaller post offices and so may take a day longer to process the package, which is something to be aware of. TikTok does, however, change this policy regularly as the platform matures, so make sure you double check the fine print on the policy whenever you're getting started to make sure you don't get yourself into any trouble. Okay, now we've discussed those details, let's move on to some FAQs about TikTok Shop. First up, who pays for your TikTok orders? So TikTok handles all the processing for orders made on the platform. So payment details and revenue can all be easily accessed in your TikTok business account, which basically means you get paid by TikTok, not the customer themselves. This means a few things for you, the seller, one good and one that may make some sellers grumble. Firstly, and this leads to our next FAQ, does TikTok putting my product on discount affect me? No. It doesn't affect you negatively at all. The fact that TikTok pays you directly for the order means that you have the opportunity to generate a lot of revenue quickly because TikTok can put a discount on one or more of your items in your store. Imagine you're selling a product for $10, but TikTok puts it on sale at $1 to generate more sales. This is amazing news for you because TikTok actually eats the cost of that discount, meaning you get paid the normal amount, the customer only pays $1, and TikTok makes up the difference. Since TikTok Shop is currently a pretty new platform, they're doing this kind of thing a lot to attract new buyers to the shop, which means there's lots of opportunity for rapid growth, which is great stuff for the seller. Our next FAQ is, does TikTok Shop charge you to use the platform? Not directly, but this does bring us to a less exciting feature of TikTok paying you directly, which is that they take a 6 to 10% commission of all sales revenue, which means you'll pay 60 cents on a $10 sale directly to TikTok. They call this their referral fee, which in all honesty, I'd say is 100% worth the commission you pay since TikTok handles absolutely every step of the process for you, other than physically shipping the product to your customer. Some people will always grumble, but I think that's a cost that more than pays for itself, considering the potential and convenience of the platform. TikTok Shop does change its procedures regularly since, as we said, it's a relatively new platform. For that reason, we would 100% recommend you check out the TikTok Shop Academy up here on the top right of the desktop site, because all the information in here is 100% up to date and designed to answer the questions and pain points of sellers to make sure they get the best chance at success possible. So next up, we need to start tagging products on TikTok so that we can actually get people to visit the store and buy our products. Before we do that, we need to do one last thing. If we go back to the dashboard, we have 5 things we need to get checked off, and 4 are now done. Our last and final step is to connect our TikTok account. So click Get Started, link an official account, then I'm going to get on TikTok, click on the 3 lines on the top right, tap on my QR, then tap the scan button on the top right and scan the QR code that's currently on the dashboard. Click on link this account and bam, we got it. So in order to tag a product, we first need a piece of content. I'm just gonna film a little selfie style rant where I talk about how this product is absolutely changing the game for me. As a full-time content creator, I spend a lot of time on the road, and so my car gets messy fast, which is why this thing has literally saved me hours of time every week. It's called the wireless car vacuum cleaner. Give it a go. Then I'll upload that to TikTok, and when I come to publish, I'll have the option to add link. Then select the product and we can get ours, which means it's now a tagged link in the video. Pretty sweet, huh? Now, in a different module, I'm going to talk about running TikTok ads so that you can basically force eyeballs onto your content and thus your product link. But first up, I'm going to cover some basics on making sure that your organic content performs well on TikTok so that you can start generating some traffic to your product link without having to worry about spending any money on ads. Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you that you can just post a piece of content and go viral, because there's no set formula for this, and strategies change from creator to creator. No one size fits all. But there are a few predictors that we can use to give ourselves the best possible chance. And then as you put more reps in and post consistently, you'll start to get closer and closer to the big results that can be had from videos that go viral. So you want to make sure your content is relatable, engaging, relevant, useful, and authentic. Even though these words kind of speak for themselves, it's worth going into them in some detail to help you think about why they are important and how you can use them. Relatable content is anything your audience feel like they can relate to. So posting unrealistic or exaggerated content is not relatable. You'll know content is relatable when it's shared. Engaging content means that your audience is entertained enough to watch the video the whole way through. You'll know content is engaging when your retention graph is high, which looks like this. Relevant content is something that's about a recent event, a trending story, or a popular topic. Talking about something that was popular 3 years ago isn't relevant, and so it's less likely to succeed. You'll know your content is relevant if you get lots of comments. Useful content means that you're helping your audience. Videos like tips, tricks, and hacks are all useful stuff. You'll know your content is useful if you have a lot of saves. And lastly, authentic. People like watching social media because they can feel a direct connection to the content creators, and that only works if the creator is being authentic. If they're pretending that they're someone they're not, or putting on a fake personality, people are less likely to engage. You'll know content is authentic when people start giving lots of likes. It's not necessary to make every piece of content relatable, engaging, relevant, useful, and authentic all at the same time. Most creators usually pick 2 or 3. But if you can get some or all of these into your content, then you're onto a big winner. Use engagement like likes, shares, saves, and comments, as well as retention graphs and view counts as a way to measure your success. If you're getting a good chunk of your audience, more than half, to watch to the end, and you're also generating engagement, then TikTok will push your video in front of more people, which means more sales. Let's have a look at the video I shot earlier. This product is absolutely changing the game for me. As a full-time content creator, I spend a lot of time on the road, and so my car gets messy fast, which is why this thing has literally saved me hours of time every week. It's called the wireless car vacuum cleaner. Give it a go. So first up, it is quite engaging. I'm very enthusiastic on camera, and I'm showing how the product solves a problem. The issue is, my problem isn't that relatable. Not a great deal of people are full-time content creators who spend ages in their car because of that. So right now, I'd expect a low retention rate because most people are gonna swipe away within the first line when they realize that this isn't interesting to them, which is no bueno. So I'm gonna change my first line, often called a hook, to something that appeals to more people and makes them more likely to stick around and watch the video. An easy way to do this is to swap words like I and me for you. So I might say, if you're looking for the perfect solution for a messy car, this is for you. Then I can switch back to my experience as a content creator to explain why it's useful. That way, I'm adding my professional expertise without making the entire video look like it's just for content creators or just about me, which makes it all more relatable and more useful, which helps the video get longer watch times. Then, when I want to spark engagement, the easiest way to do that is to ask your audience to do something. This is called a CTA, or a call to action. So I might ask my audience to comment on the video if they prefer to hoover the car themselves or just pay to get it cleaned, or I might ask them to share the video with a friend who has a messy car. Simple, but they can be really effective. There is a catch though. Once you see these, you'll never unsee them. They're all over social media, which means some people have learned to stop listening to them and to tune them out. And when they're not done right, people will see through you and don't want to engage because it's not authentic. Another strategy is to lean into controversy. So I might leave something ridiculous in the background, say something a little bit spicy, or shock the audience with a payoff they weren't expecting to see. A great example of this is people posting glow-up videos with a before and after, but the after looks worse. People comment and engage because they want to let you know that you looked better before, and so TikTok thinks your video must be great because you have high engagement, and bam, you're in front of more people. It's a balancing act though. Too much controversy and you end up with a bad reputation, and as a general rule, if you try too hard to lean into just posting viral content, you'll end up with content that performs well on TikTok but doesn't really lead to sales. So you've got to find that balance between exposure and conversion, which means Your best option is to post consistently, try new things, and learn from each piece of content you make. It takes more time than just running ads, but it's much cheaper, and it'll help you hone your content game for when it's time to double down on promoted content. So it's time to start running ads. This is your bread and butter for revenue generation, and when it's done right, it's one of the most predictable ways to be profitable with e-commerce. Yeah, some people are able to just post viral content to their audience and turn big profits, but for most of us, most of the time, we will be relying on ad spend to make sure we have a steady stream of income. So first, I'll show you how to actually get your TikTok ad account set up, and then we'll talk about how to make a great advertisement. So first things first, head over to TikTok Ad Manager, create an ad manager account, fill out your email, create a password, and then perform the validation. Once you've done that, TikTok will ask for some of your billing information like your country or region, your industry, business name, time zone, currency, and telephone number. Then you need to agree to the terms and conditions, and we can hit submit. So then we've got a bit more billing information to do. We need to select our state and then choose whether we want automatic or manual payment. I'd recommend automatic because it just shaves a lot of time off of the process later. Then you'll be directed to Ads Manager, where you can select whether you want simplified or custom mode. Click custom, and then you'll be able to set up your first ad campaign. We want to make sales, so we're going to click sales on the bottom right. Then we need to name our campaign, which I'm just going to call car vacuum campaign. I'm not going to select any special ad categories, and I'm going to leave all of this off. Then we'll continue, where we are given the option to select targeting mode. Now, unless you are certain on who your target audience is, leave this off. TikTok's algorithm is very good at deciding who to send your ads to. So unless you have a really specific reason for this to be on, leave it off and select automatic targeting. Then head down to your daily budget. This is totally up to you, but I'm going to put in $50 to start out because it's the current daily minimum. Set my schedule and leave my ads open all day so that they aren't limited to certain days or hours. Then for bidding and optimization, we're going to set the optimization goal to conversion and our bid strategy at lowest cost. Then click exit and head back to the dashboard. And our ad is there, which means we're now set up and ready to go. Now, in order to actually run the ad, we're going to need the actual ad creative. There are honestly hundreds of ways to go about this, but we'd always recommend using a video creative for TikTok since users on the platform are there specifically to see videos. Now, the most important part of the advert is the hook. The first 1 to 3 seconds of your advert should absolutely stop your target audience in their tracks. How you do this will depend on the type of ad that you're creating. If you're going to use an actor on camera, kind of like this video, you should start with a call out. Address your target audience and their problem in the first 3 seconds. If you're on the road a lot and you're sick of your messy car, check this out. If you don't want any speech in your video, maybe you can show a before and after with the product. One with a messy car and one with a clean car. If you do this, make sure your video is clearly labeled with the word before so that your audience knows there's going to be a payoff, which is the after. Now, whatever creative you go for, you want to play to the same playbook as organic content. Keep it engaging, relatable, and useful. However, I cannot stress this enough, the hook is king. If your audience scroll away in the first 3 seconds, you're wasting money on that ad. After your hook, you want to explain the value of your product, either by showing what it can do, or talking about it, or if you're a pro, both. Then wrap up your ad with a call to action. Tell your audience what to do next. Something like click on the link and buy the product. The best ads are simple and to the point, so don't panic about trying to make the most creative, most amazing, most breathtaking ad. Start by taking inspiration from successful ads and keeping it clean and simple as you start. As a pro tip, you can also split test your ad creatives. So you'll run 2 ads at the same time for one product, and then allocate a small budget to each ad, and then once you've got enough data to see which one is winning, you double down on that. Successful ads should make you money, so if you're breaking even on your ads or even losing money, that means something is wrong with either your product listing, your product, or the ad. If the ads get a lot of engagement and click-throughs, it's a product or product listing problem. If the ads aren't generating new visitors to your product listing, it's an ad problem. When done right, ads can make you a lot of revenue, but be prepared to see modest results while you find your footing and get comfortable with the basics. And that's the TikTok Shop course. And now you know how to get around the TikTok shop, set up new products, set up your shipping and business information, and also make compelling organic and paid ad content. All there is left to do now is get to it.